It's been a while since I've actually made a video. Here's to me, I guess. I had a weird little epiphany after dealing with a lovely phone call from the ex. Um, I've had an epiphany that as much as I believe about body count, alright, yes, this has to do with that. Um, it is different for men and women, alright? Men are not gonna get called sluts and whores, okay? It's just not gonna happen. And if we do, we don't care. Um, Now, if this world was bound in religion and morals, that might be a different thing. That might actually bug us. Same thing with why I believe shaming works for women. It kept bullying and shaming kept people in line. Tough love. But my main thing on this was pretty much I was very out there when I was young and out there on the streets and racked up bodies. Um, all consensual, and willing. Um, but I don't think I don't. I mean, if my son has sexual interactions with women, whatever, per se. Um, I would be very disappointed with my daughter. Very disappointed. Um, I want my daughter at before 25. I want my daughter married and with two kids, thinking about a third and fourth. Married to the father of all their kids. If he has other women, whatnot, this, that, I mean, that's between him and my daughter. Alright? As long as he's taking care of her and he's, marrying her, that's his woman. That is his main woman. Um, if it's his only woman, cool. But if at least it's his main woman, I'd be content with that. Um, more of the Muslim aspects of it, more than just him fucking around with other women. But we're in America. Um, but and if my son, if he's a man of his word and says he's gonna save himself, then cool. Um, but if he breaks his word, then it's not so much the fact that he fucked, somebody. It's the fact that he said he was gonna save himself and he didn't. Um, but now I'm definitely gonna be pushing my son more into the aspects of saving himself. Um, but I'm gonna make it to where I want him to come to me and tell me that he's gonna save himself. I'm not gonna push him into like where he has to save himself. I want that to be something of his, choosing. And I hope he chooses right, which is to save himself. I don't really see anything wrong with it. But my daughters will save themselves. Or I will, I will shame them. Like, flat out. I'm not gonna put up with that. I'm very disappointed. Like, I'm not gonna go out of my way just to fucking just treat them like shit and call them whores and sluts and all that. But I will let them know that I'm disappointed in them. That's not how I raised you. I raised you to be a lady, to find a man, to settle down with, to grow old with, to have kids with. That's what you're supposed to be doing. All right. I don't. If you want to take it as misogynist, sexist, whatever. I don't care. But a woman's place is at home with the kids. Worrying about changing diapers. That's it. All right. And I don't think women are majority in the basis foundation of how women were formed. I don't think you guys are able to handle stress at the amount and level as men do. Alright? Changing diapers, dealing with kids, whether it's fucking one or fucking five. I don't care. Alright? Dealing with little rugrats, alright, is a lot easier than dealing with the shit out there. Alright? But I want my daughters at home with their kids. I want my son to be a man that men want to be and women want to be with. But I want him to be a man that you would be proud to have your daughter with. All right. So I mean, that's my aspects on that part. I mean, I've come after dealing with my ex. I wish. I mean, I love my daughters. I would never change a thing. I'd go through it all over again just to get my daughters. But I'm teaching my daughter, my son, to think wise on who you have kids with. You know, I mean, it wasn't all bad, but it became a disaster. And unfortunately, whatever mine and her problem is, our kids are the ones that pay for it. I mean, I don't want to play the pissing match fucking shit anymore, and I'm so tired of dealing with 30 plus year olds that I thought were supposed to have brains. And sometimes older people that I thought were supposed to be wise. Alright? And just listening to them, and some brainwashed, some they're set in their ways, but they're good people. And some are just straight up retarded and self-centered and narcissistic. Like, manipulating childish and gaslighting bullshit. And I don't understand why. At one time you cared, at one time you loved, and now you want them to die. This is, I mean, like, you know, we've been through fucking shit, and we've said shit that fucking was foul, but I don't wish anything to happen to her. And as unfortunately, because of her own actions, she got me to hate her. So I don't really care, but for the me personally, I don't care what happens. Um, but for my daughters, I hope nothing happens to her, because I would never want or wish for my daughters to lose their mother, no matter how much of a bitch she is. And I just don't understand. I mean, it's the same thing with this whole fucking. I mean, to bring up politics as well. I mean, because the system is fucking rigged against fucking men. The system is rigged against men. The United States is fucking feminist fucking crap everywhere. But the shooting, everybody can't stop talking about the shooting, but nobody realizes that a 20-year-old young man, all right, that has parents, and he's been alive for 2 decades, all right, but somehow he was manipulated and brainwashed into hating Trump, which is he's 4.5, 5 times this young man's age. Trump is he's like 71. You know, to hate this man that he doesn't even know enough to climb up on a roof without being seen. You know, with security everywhere, um, and shoot 8 to 11 shots, give or take. I don't know how many. I mean, I think around that, but enough to graze Trump, take out a father, and a town firefighter. I believe he was a firefighter, but at least a father, you know, that was coming down there to, you know, stand with, you know, this man that he believes to be a good man to be president. You know, so it's like, you know, and Trump's with his whole narcissistic fucking, you know, Superman fucking thing, and all you losers out there that are making songs and merchandise and all this fucking crap out here. And it hasn't even been, I don't know how long it's been, 24 plus hours since that 20-year-old was killed, you know, and I just don't understand the world with everything going on. Like, what the fuck are we doing? I'm anybody else, like, I mean, out there and want to have a conversation, because I am, with everything that I've come to go through that has led me to build my path of life of 38 years, and then almost 4 decades. You know, I mean, I'm almost twice the man's age that tried to kill Trump. you know, I mean, I don't like this whole fucking martyr fucking crap. I'm fucking like my life's harder and all that. I mean, I have no right to fucking say my life is harder. I mean, I went through it. It was pretty hard. You might have gone through something similar. You might have gone through something harder. Pain is pain. It sucks. What's up? No reason why. I mean, I'm not here to fucking play the whole pissing match on who's went through the worst. You went through your shit. What do you go through? I'm down to listen. You know, I mean, I might pop off and try to give you some advice. But everything I try to, I mean, I want to help. I don't. It's net my way of life has never been to tear down people. I just don't like fake. I don't like lying. I don't like stupid. I don't like ignorant. I don't believe in like fucking certain things. I believe in there's a one way for a good chunk of fucking things. I think science and witchcraft and religion need to have a conversation about the book they're all getting their facts from. Um, a little bit of science, but that's just magic that we. I mean, science is just magic. That's what it was known back in the day as. I mean, so yeah. What's up?